Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Pattison Ave Phanatics Show. I am your host, Tom Kelly. With me, as always, James Scorza.
What's up?
Joseph Marks.
Ayo.
Damon Salim.
Good morning. Good morning.
Dave Yarnell.
How's everybody doing?
Frank.
Golf is life.
Golf is life. The zombie. Before we get into our wrestling talk today, Frank, we will jump into some of the fine sponsors for the program. Mexican Mondays over at Dolan's, 24 East Sellers Ave in Ridley Park. $2 tacos, $4 margaritas, and $4 Mexican beers from 4 p.m. to midnight. Head on over to Dolan's and tell them the boys at EOP and Pattison Ave sent you. And for you Golf is Life people, such as Frank Finnegan, Scotland Golf Trip, British Open at St. Andrews, July 13th through the 19th, 2022, Philly sports trips. If there's a trip that I would like to go on, man, that would be the one.
I would, you know,
for sure.
I'm in negotiations to sell my kids.
How's it coming along?
How's it coming along? My daughter's, my daughter's killing the deal. She's too sarcastic.
If you have any money left over, you can go to the Ultimate LA Basketball Trip, March 23rd through the 27th. Hotel, flight, pregame party, and 2 tickets to the game. Trip to Nashville to watch the probably Giroux Flyers at that.
Hell yeah, baby!
March 26th through the 29th, 2022. And, of course, the big one, the 2022 NFL Draft in Vegas, April 27th through the 30th. Round-trip flight to Vegas, 3 nights of Planet Hollywood, all-inclusive draft party, group tour of, somebody say the stadium name.
Allegiant.
Thank you.
The big
Allegiant. Allegiant. I butcher it. I'm terrible. But head on over to PhillySportsTrips.com. They have all kinds of places they're going and all kinds of packages for everybody. So go check them out. And if you need some work done on your house, would you like a free estimate? Call my friend and boss, Sean Tolomeo, at SMT Renovations, 609-602-0560. We just finished up a bathroom actually around the corner in Ridley, and I'll tell you what, man, to watch these things go from what they were, ripped apart, and then completely built back up, and Sean is meticulous. Every detail will be covered. So, again, reach out to my friend and boss, Sean Tolomeo, at SMT Renovation, 609-602-0560. Give us a chance to make your dreams a reality when it comes to getting some renovations done.
I'm getting my estimate from him today.
Excellent.
Nice.
That's what I like to hear. Well, I know where you live, so I know what I'll be reporting to.
Yeah.
Listen, all you lacrosse heads out there, nobody in the business does it better than Lax Philly. We will have live shows coming soon. I know I've been saying that for quite a while, but it's coming. Articles, videos, and much more. Head on over to edgeofphilly.com and check those boys out today. And the rest of the lineup here on Edge of Philly Sports on Mondays, you're talking Flyers with the boys over the Broad Street Bullies podcast. This week, Matty B had John Johnson on. He's on Tuesdays.
That was a good one. I watched
Yes. Wednesday, Scott Fransky and James Seltzer were on Philly Press Box Radio with Jim Chetchesko and Bill Freeman. Joe and Al, Wednesdays at 9:30 p.m. on the Edge of Philly Sports Show. This coming Thursday will be Kyle Quinn coming back, bringing Bird's IQ back, getting ready for the draft and all kinds of good stuff there. We have our Friday Sixers Talk show, which, we will get into high gear here coming soon. And then on Saturdays, you can come look at our ugly mugs if you like to. But anyway, boys.
You calling ugly?
let's get into some Phillies talk. This hot stove has really gotten fired up. Oh, real quick, just let me say, Norm Deal. Deals on Wheels. Love you guys. Thank you for
Norm.
This morning at 8:45. Already had the YouTube queued up and ready to rock and roll. Love you guys. Mike Fuji checking in.
Fuji.
Philly Sports is on fire. What's up, Fuji? And, of course, Big Al checking in saying, Mark's starting with Giroux already. Let's get it going, boys.
Well, before we do, I want everyone to check out.
Hey, Fuji, what's up, baby?
I want everybody to check out EOP Cares Facebook page. Next week, week from today, we have Freddie's fundraiser over at the Red Lantern from 3 to 8.
Yeah.
Come support a great cause.
Absolutely.
The Burns family, little Freddie got diagnosed with leukemia. He's fighting like a warrior, and we are all going to be there to support him and the Burns family. So come on out, Red Lantern, 3 to 8 next Saturday, week from today.
If you beat me in a car bomb, I'll buy it for you.
There you go.
Can I at least put money on it
Joe,
this time?
every time we do it, you put money on it, and you always end up winning.
Easy money,
Just
man.
saying. Anyway, so
sucker's bed.
Phil's made a big move last night.
Yeah.
How are we feeling about the Castellano move? Joe Marks.
I love it. I think that it's the splash that the Phils needed, and I think if they're going out and getting the guys like him and Schwarber, and it makes it like they're listening to their MVP. They're listening to Bryce. Bryce is saying, "Hey, I want some offense." Now, whether or not this pitching rotation and bullpen can really hold leads.
That's the question.
That is a major question.
That's a big question.
Be a lot of 9-8 games.
Girardi thinks they have a great pitching staff.
Girardi might be.
He is the manager, right?
Yes.
Last time I checked.
For now he is. But I mean, like they need to make, in my opinion, a splash in the pitching. They need to, and I don't know what's out there to do that with.
Zero.
Yeah. And that's what makes me very nervous.
Well, no, it's just going to be a lot of 9-8 games. They're going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's going to be like close games, but
Well, Sir Anthony's coming back.
Depending on the bullpen.
I think that's going
I did hear
that's
that.
gonna help.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
he's actually throwing. I think that's going to be good. I like it because to Joe's point, like Harper just come off his MVP season. Will almost got Cy Young. So I think for me as a fan, it's just something to watch. Like I haven't seen this since the 08 run with those guys. So we'll have some.
None of us have seen it since the 08 run.
Yeah.
So it's a little disconcerting to me that Wheeler hasn't thrown off a mound yet.
He's hurt though, isn't he?
Oh, yeah?
It's
It's
a long season. He can take.
Yeah, I think he had the flu.
No, well, he had a
shoulder
lat injury.
Right,
Yeah.
but then I think he caught the flu or something.
Yeah,
like
he
that
caught
kind
the.
of set him back.
But they think. So he caught the flu, quote unquote, but they think that's smokescreen for the lat injuries a lot more serious
I mean,
than.
in his rehab, he hasn't thrown a pitch off a mound yet.
Yeah.
That means he's at least a month away.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
what,
Yeah.
month and a half out?
In all fairness, they're saying a lot of pitchers are in the league are kind of behind.
Well, why? They had 100 days off. Keep yourself in shape in the off season.
Just like I do.
Right. That's right. I mean, look.
No more beers in the clubhouse.
Nobody can 12
days are over.
ounce pound like that man right there.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Joey can attest to this.
I mean, but for the Phillies, I mean, they're going over the luxury tax.
Which is fine. That's,
I mean, but
they should be doing this.
well, I want to get a package, so I know I'm going to have to pay for it. You feel me?
No,
they're going to get the money
I'll
back.
share
somehow.
with you what Al shared with us on our EOP group chat. There's a pair. I'll look it up while you guys are talking in the interim and read it out to you. But they're extending those games, making it cheaper.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, over a period of time.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I see.
Gotcha.
I'll look. I'll read it.
Yeah.
When one of you are arguing with the other
Yeah,
one.
because
I'm
my
sure
son's
it'll
off.
happen.
My son's often asking me, Dad, when we're going to the game. I mean, we went to a few games, but it's like I really do want to go see them.
Really?
Oh, no, I really.
wanna
So
go.
Joey,
I don't
You
wanna
expect us to argue, Tom? Really? Us?
Joey, my concern is the bullpen. I don't really do.
We got to find out what hotel Schwarber's staying at, and if the Phils are paying for it.
Right, but that's where Sir Anthony comes in.
Well, I understand that, but my concern is
That's one guy.
the two guys they picked up with Han and Familia. I don't know about
Yeah,
the two.
Familia's not bad. He's
But let me ask you a question, Frank. Do you think they
I'm not so
overwork
hard.
Sir Anthony?
Yes.
Well, I mean, see, a Tommy John injury isn't overwork. It's just there's.
It can be, though.
It can be, but I don't think they overworked him. I just think something went wrong with his arm. But usually with Tommy John surgery, you come back from that better than you were.
True.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. That's true.
So I mean, it's a problem with tendonitis that kept flaring up, and that's why they changed it.
But
Right.
you've heard the whole thing that like now
Mingus.
franchises are telling baseball players like young
Hey, bud.
pitchers
Morning, Bill.
to get the
Morning,
Tommy
Bill.
John surgery voluntarily.
Right.
So
Well,
that
it-
way it helps in the long run.
Well, what it does is it eliminates tendonitis in their elbow.
Right.
Right.
So you're gonna get. I mean, I never heard of that until now. Like that they want these guys to go through a very invasive procedure.
Yeah, it's not a short process. It's
No.
it's like a Liz Frank injury. It takes a year to come back.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean that's not a small feat.
No, but
The
They're-
long term,
it hasn't failed anybody.
No.
That's the point.
but it's a long game. It's not the short.
But I mean,
game.
they know in the minor leagues when the kids have tendonitis and elbow issues.
Yeah.
They know right away. So they're telling them do it now while you can.
Well, and these kids
You know.
throwing like 96, 98 miles an hour, that tendonitis flares up a lot faster.
I remember.
I just don't think they're in the same shape they were when I was in my baseball watching heyday, which was back in the 70s. They're just not. I mean, like you had 20 pitchers in the league who had 9 or 10 complete games a year.
Yeah,
that doesn't happen.
You don't
anymore.
get 20 complete games in the entire
Okay,
league.
pitcher
You
goes
could probably
6
get
innings.
like one, probably at least one every few months, maybe.
Yeah,
You don't
If you're
get the
a-
starter go 6 innings anymore.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
you
it's
know,
Covington
it's
Jr.
crazy.
guys is
I mean,
asking-
they go like 5.5.
I think
like,
the
if
biggest.
that's
I think
that.
the biggest lie in baseball is the quality start stat.
Hey, Billy
Yeah.
Covington's asking, how can the Phillies improve their defense this year?
That's an interesting question.
That is an interesting question.
They
Yes.
can't.
Well, Didi was horrible.
Well,
Well, Didi was hurt all year, but he's still horrible.
Yeah.
He's horrible.
Get
Well,
back
I mean,
to the
but
fundamentals.
it's not that he's horrible. He's old. You know, I mean,
well,
Wait a
they,
minute, doesn't
reports.
Castellanos play third base? Is that my?
No, he's going to play
Right field.
outfield.
But he
Right
can
field.
play third.
no, he's
No,
not
he-
playing right field. That's
He's not playing.
Wait a
I'm sorry, he's playing left.
left,
Left. They're gonna
but
put
he,
him left.
but he
my
can,
bad.
but he
Yeah.
can play third.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they're
True.
gonna. They said they're gonna have him play both.
That's what I'm
positions.
saying because
Just, I mean, if he's at third base, keep the ball away from Bohm.
that's what I'm saying. Take Bohm out of there and just put him in there.
Yeah,
That's what I
Well,
would.
that's what I feel is going to happen. They're
Yeah.
going to put Schwarber on the outfield. They're going to put
Put Schwarber in left to put.
Well, what I
So
think,
what happens
I would
with
put
Bowman?
Bowman. I would put Bowman first and make Reese.
Bohm's going to be a
the-
DH.
DH.
So
I
you
was
got
just
the
about to
DH
say
thing.
they're gonna
Yeah.
DH him.
They have about
You're
12
gonna
DHs.
put
on that.
Bowman first.
I would.
No.
I would.
I
What
wouldn't
are
do
you
that.
doing with Hoskins?
I wouldn't
Yeah.
do that.
Hoskins becomes a DH.
See, everyone wants Hoskins to be a DH.
Yeah, Hoskins is.
I'm okay with that.
Hoskins a better first baseman
No,
than
he's not.
Baum is.
He's an absolute butcher.
No,
He's an absolute
I don't know.
butcher at first base. You know.
So
he is
you're
an
gonna
absolute
put.
butcher.
So you're gonna put Bowman first.
Yeah.
Segura at second.
Yes.
Okay, and Didi at short.
Yeah. Until the
Until-
minor league gets ready.
And you can put Costa in third.
I would put him in third. I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Okay, so you'll go left field. You'll have who?
Yeah,
James
Schwarber
isn't
left.
feeling that.
Schwarber and left.
Schwarber and left.
Ojibwa in center.
You got an issue?
God, I hate him.
Well, I don't have an issue, frankly. I think the other thing too is that who do you have like to replace? It's like you have like
Well,
one
it
guy
could
that doesn't
be-
know how to play
well,
first base and a guy that
I mean,
doesn't know how to
It
throw.
could be Verling in center, right?
What's that?
Well, it's going to be Verley. They're going to.
They're gonna rotate those two.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
but
but
Okay.
where do you put Bryce at start? Where's he play?
Bryce plays.
Bryson Stott. He's
Right field.
Oh no,
Oh.
Bryce.
no Stott's
Stott.
shortstop.
Yeah, he's
Shortstop.
He
Okay.
can play short.
No, he's gonna wind up. You know, Stott's gonna wind up getting like
well, he may
40,
take.
45, 50 games at
He
shortstop.
may take
this
D
year.
spot.
okay.
He might take DD spot. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Possibility.
Segura's still here, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Segura's
yeah,
second.
okay,
Yep.
definitely.
Yep.
This is
That-
his last
it-
year.
actually,
Maybe you put him at third.
You
Maybe.
said this is his last year.
Yeah, I think it's
why?
his last year's. Huh?
Why?
It's his last year of his contract.
Yeah, but I mean, I would resign him.
I would. Yeah, I would too.
I know he's a bit of a
Resign him.
head case, but listen, if a guy's
That's an
productive,
understatement.
if a guy's productive, you know,
Does
you
hit
could
the ball.
you could get around that.
I
Listen,
look at Segura as he'd be a great piece for a team that's making a run at the end of the season.
who's to say the Phils won't make a run?
Listen, the Phils are going to bash their way to the playoffs this year. But
There's nothing wrong with it.
No, there's nothing. But
Guys,
you know what happens in the playoffs.
Yeah, but
You know what
time out,
happens.
time
All
out.
good pitching stops.
I
all
know
good
what you're going to
hitting.
say, but I get it. But we still have to hope the Mets. I think the Mets are still a top dog in
The Mets are on
division.
top every year.
Listen,
they wind up at the bottom. It's the
No,
same excuse
the Mets-
every year. The Mets. Oh my God, the Mets.
The
I
Mets
disagree.
have to grow some more
Yeah,
toes.
but the
they can
Braves
shoot
don't
off.
have Freddie anymore, guys.
I
So we
di-
got to understand.
I
that.
disagree.
Freddie went home to L.A., baby.
Yeah, Freddie went back home.
Yo, he
I-
said, he
but
said the Braves never even talked to him.
No.
But here's the thing: is
Yeah, I
the
just
Braves?
watched his interview
You
with
got to
him.
remember, the Braves won a World Series without one of their best players.
Yeah, Ojibwa. I'm saying no.
Acuna. Acuna.
I'm sorry, Acuna. Sorry, I meant
You better
We're gonna talk
bite
about
your
it.
tongue.
No, you know
They
what I
resigned
meant.
it
Yeah,
to
Acuna
him.
Jr. Yeah, Acuna Jr. Sorry.
How
my
do you
fault.
guys feel about that
Keep
one?
an eye on this kid.
I hate it.
I
hate it.
I'm the zombie. Okay. Anyway, Joey. Yes, Acuna, and I love Acuna. I'm a fan.
And I mean, like, that's the thing is, my feeling is the Braves are the team we have to beat in this
I
division.
agree. I agree.
Oh, they're the champs. I understand that. That's fine,
Right.
but I still think the Mets are the better team.
Like,
No, they
The
always.
Mets have.
They should have been the better team last year because they were a better team
well,
on
you know
paper.
what? I take that back. They got Buck Showalter in there now.
It doesn't matter.
Well,
It doesn't matter.
yeah,
The-
you
Right,
know what?
he-
You know
he-
what? Frank, you're right. It
You
doesn't
do watch
matter.
the
matter.
Orioles, so come on.
The Mets.
They got
always-
Billy Martin in there. It doesn't matter.
The Mets.
Billy Martin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it,
man,
it won't matter. They could have Leo DeRocher back from the dead, and it won't matter.
Okay, bring back
Leo
Whitey
DeRocha.
Herzog. Okay?
And Whitey
It doesn't
Herzog,
matter.
it's not going to
Right,
matter.
I get it.
The Mets have to grow toes.
Tommy Lasorda, Tommy.
Listen, they got to grow toes in the offseason that they can shoot off during the season because The Mets they are the most hard luck team in
They are,
baseball.
man.
And they lost one of their better pitchers in Syndergaard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, there you go. I mean,
And we have Wheeler. Dude, they had amazing pitching
down.
staff.
They're already down 2 toes without him. What are they going to? What's left to shoot off? I guarantee you, the Mets will fall.
Yeah, they always collapse. So it's
Yeah.
So how do you guys feel about them re-signing?
I hate it.
I just said his name. My guy.
Adubel Herrera.
Yeah, it's not so much of what he did.
I used to hate the face.
No,
Well,
it's what he
He's a hate
did.
the face.
Well,
But
you know
what's
what?
worse is the kid can't play.
Right, that's why I was
Hang
going.
on, I gotta adjust my gloves.
Whoa, wait.
Oh, that's not going to happen
All
this
right,
year.
all right, Lenny, we hear you.
They
No,
can't do
no.
that this
And
year.
I got and he takes about 35 to 37 minutes to get back in the batter's box.
And
well,
without
if
a
he has
clue,
different batting stance. Maybe
You
he
would
would've
think-
batted
you would think that a
faster.
guy who takes that long to get in the batter's box and
Would
prepare himself
I'm watching the Phillies.
would have a clue on how to hit.
I'm watching the Phillies game. I'm grilling. I come back. He's just getting back in the box.
You can time your burgers by
You
his
can time your
time.
burgers.
Right,
It's,
right.
No, but no. It's like I can forgive a person. I mean, you know, I don't condone that. Believe me, I'm never. That's not my game. Hey, man, we don't do that. That's not my game.
Oh
No.
man.
But because he can't, he's not productive.
Right.
It's shocking to me that they actually re-signed him. I
Well,
don't know
they
what
don't-
they see,
well-
and he's not. It's like he's not the brightest bulb in the outfield either, right?
He's not the brightest bulb
Period.
in a box of
Period.
bulbs that are dead.
So,
Okay.
so TK, was it a desperate move or just? to bring
Yeah,
it
it's
up?
absolutely.
I didn't get it.
It stinks of yeah.
it's
As-
just
as-
the body.
desperate. Okay.
Look, there
Honestly,
wasn't a
right.
center fielder, and I told you
It's
they could
just
have
the
fixed
body.
this
You
problem.
should have
with
kept him
Bellinger.
You said
coaching.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I think Cody signed with Dodgers for another year, didn't he?
yeah, he did.
Where did
I
where
saw
did
that,
Kutch
read that.
end up going?
I thought
think he went to Milwaukee.
Milwaukee,
Yeah.
yeah,
For 2
Kutch was
years.
Milwaukee.
I think he signed 2 years.
I'm
Was
gonna
it
miss.
2 years? I thought it was one.
I'm gonna miss.
Was it
Kutch.
one?
You know what?
okay.
I would have
I know he
resigned.
signed with Milwaukee.
I would have resigned Kutch.
I would
Well, from what I hear
I
from
don't get that.
What I hear from Castellanos is he's the next Kutch here. He's the next.
Yeah.
Follow me, I'm the leader kind of guy.
Okay.
Billy
you know.
Covington asked, "What's up with the Phillies farms?"
It's horrible. It's ridiculous.
They have a
Good
farm
tell you,
system.
Bill.
Will?
Yeah,
Bill,
right.
they have a farm system.
But
Yes, and
But-
they pay for all their team
Stop.
lodging.
Stop. Let's
but
not go
no
there.
TK and all. But
I'm
so
not
them,
biting. I'm not biting.
I
Tom.
know.
I'm
I know.
not.
Dame, you missed a fiery one.
Oh,
no, I what you say yesterday?
last
No.
week.
Yeah.
I watched the show.
Joey and Frank.
I watched the show last week. I got some things to bring up about last week.
I'm trying to pick my victim today.
But Dombrowski cleaned house as far as coaches with the farm system. So I'll say within the next 3 years they should be a little bit better.
Joey,
Oh no,
Joey,
I have no
question.
doubt about that.
I
have
hope
no
so.
doubt about
Joey,
that.
question.
He shook everything up.
Who's our
Shook
backup?
everything up.
Who's our
And he
backup
hired
catcher?
who they bring in Mattingly.
Yeah, Mattingly's kids.
Joey,
Yeah, Mattingly's-
I know.
Junior.
Joey, who's our backup catcher? Because I don't even know what that is.
Don't say it.
Rube Baker.
Who?
Who?
Is it Rube Baker?
Exactly.
That's from Major
Really?
League.
I know. No, I'm saying because
I was like, who? Is that a real?
What? That's exactly.
Is that a real person?
no, I'm not really sure. Is it?
I don't even know.
Okay.
I don't even know.
Wait, so Andrew Knapp's not here anymore?
No, he
Oh,
went
that's
to
a shame.
he went to Cincinnati.
Oh well, shit. The Eagles,
The
the
Naps
Phillies
are
are better already.
The Naps
Oh,
still
yeah.
left?
You could put a pitchback machine back there.
I
and
get
it's-
it,
and it's
but-
better than him.
You
I
can
get
put a
it.
robot back
Well,
there.
No,
But-
pitchback machine.
I'm
You know what
looking
I
up
meant?
Dave,
Oh yeah.
Dave, to answer your question in a way that I think, Schwarber did play backup catcher for a while.
Did he?
Yeah.
That's not happening.
I didn't know that.
I don't think it's happening, but
No, Schwarber's not putting on those two
That's not
leagues.
happening.
That's not gonna. They'll. I think there's a kid in the minor leagues they want to bring along.
Okay.
but
There
that's
is
been
a kid. I forgot. There is
that's
a kid.
been said like the
No,
last
but- well,
15 years.
But you know what? This is a perfect.
Touche, Joseph.
This is a perfect opportunity to bring a kid up like that because he's going to get.
That's
He's
what
going to
I'm
wind up
saying,
getting
like,
like 40.
yeah,
He's going to
exactly.
get 30, 40
you know, the
starts.
guy that we thought
point.
was going to come along as a catcher, a young catcher in the farm system, we traded to Miami.
Yeah, we did.
So
Yeah.
we
Oh
were
yeah,
like,
Boy Farr.
for, for
Yes.
for JT.
Yes.
Right. Well, I would do that deal again.
Oh, I
Wait
would
a
too,
minute.
but that's what I'm
I was
saying.
I was looking out for JT. That's why I said that.
What
because
about
I mean,
Rafael Marchand? Where's he
Oh,
at?
nice.
Is he the backup?
Oh,
He's the backup.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
That's comments from the
Okay, that
peanut
makes sense
gallery over
then.
there.
Okay.
It's comments from the peanut gallery. over there.
Hey.
That's our crack research.
You know what's real
assistant.
nice though?
Uh-oh.
Talking Phillies baseball.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we should all have beers and
Exciting.
popcorn.
It's
All right.
exciting.
Hey, no, I'm
Would
not
you bring back the
against.
fly? Would you bring back the flying Hawaiian?
Go check the fridge.
I'll bring him back.
Yeah.
If it was in shape,
No, what? No.
Why not?
He's done.
Who's
Oh no, he's
no, I'm being sorry.
retired.
But he's
retired.
But I mean,
But he's still
his
come back at any
intelligence is a lot.
time.
Yeah, his intelligence in the outfield is a lot better.
Oh whoa,
I'll bring him back.
He's Einstein compared to a
Why?
Duble. He's
he's awesome?
Einstein compared to a Duble.
Why, why
I
don't
like
we
the
really
Duble.
go back in the throwback machine and bring back J-Roll too while we're at
Yeah,
it?
man.
Hey.
Yeah.
Fucking
Nah.
went back
Team
to
the beat,
that,
baby.
to that old.
It just you know it's
to
funny.
those days.
We talk about that. It just seemed like that era just went so fast.
It
man.
did. It was.
You know what I
It
mean?
did,
like,
man.
we watched it grow, right? Like a plant. Literally, seriously, like we watched them grow and blossom.
I've seen this happen twice.
and then it just decimated.
It was like from 06 to 11, and that fast. It was like
yeah, it was gone.
Actually,
They
no. I
hung
think it
on
started
to
in
it. They hung on to
2005.
it. Couple too long.
I think it was
Well,
2005.
right, but so the
'Cause
fire
I don't
wasn't
know.
there. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Actually,
you're
no,
right, they held
6.
on to
Yeah,
them
6.
too
You're
long.
right.
6 to
There-
11. It was
6 to 11, yeah.
There are rumors that I've
Uh-oh.
heard that
We've heard
Chase
rumors.
Utley is possibly in line for like a manager position in the minors.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah,
I would not. Be,
I heard about
I would
it,
not be
but
opposed to that.
I
would.
wouldn't.
No, I would.
Why?
not.
Maybe-
Why, Dave?
I don't know something about Chase Utley. Like I don't know him. I
Well,
don't know him.
He's a quiet dude.
I
That's
know.
why you don't know
I
him.
know he's a great player. No, he's a terrific player. But I just.
You can't. The guy was so technically sound.
We didn't know Ryan
But
Sandberg either. No, how it worked
so
out.
that's. I'm glad you brought him up. So Ryan Sandberg, who was like a robot as a manager, which I didn't get,
Oh, absolutely, he was.
and so I'm wondering if that translates over to the players, because you have to have some type of person, particularly in that sport.
no
Frank.
personality.
Would you guys agree that position more so than a football, basketball, hockey coach? You have to have some type of a personality
Yeah.
to get
No,
to
I
the
get it.
players.
You know what's funny?
and I don't know if he has that. I'm sorry, James.
But
It's
I know
like
he has
kinda-
work
go
ethic.
ahead.
That's what I know he has. He has work ethic.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know
Yes,
it's funny.
Chase
It's
Utley
like
has work ethic.
like the best players,
That's
like
what
for
you need
example,
to
like a
teach young kids.
Hextall and even like a John Elway couldn't be well up in like upper management. So that's a good point, Dave.
Yeah. It's
Well,
just, it's
Dame, here's the thing with him. I agree that he has the personality of a house plant, but
A fake house plan.
no, there was nothing fake about Chase. There was nothing fake about Chase. He was actually a live plant,
Just didn't-
as opposed to the previously mentioned manager who was the robot.
yeah.
Ryan Sandberg.
That was a plastic plant. That guy
It was a seaweed.
right.
No life.
But here's the thing: if they give him a job in the minors as a manager, okay, how you'll know he's the right guy is if those kids leave that team fundamentally sound.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I mean,
And that's what I think
Now-
he'll do.
Unfortunately, the minor
Good
league
point.
system that I'm hearing these rumors from are in L.A.
okay.
Okay.
That changes.
Unfortunately.
Why don't you just cut my heart out?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
you
did.
left
I
that,
was
you
trying
left
to
that
fit
part
it.
of it all.
I
Joe.
was trying to fit it in.
Real nice, Joe.
So,
But it will be interesting to see how he does if he does
I'm
get one of those
sorry,
jobs.
it's not
do you
my
guys
choice.
For that
remember?
shitburger,
Do you
Joe.
guys remember who they?
The messenger. Jesus Christ. I'm just the messenger, man.
You know what they do to messengers, don't they?
Thank you, Mr. Messenger.
It's Sparta.
Do you guys remember who they brought in as a minor league manager and he quit?
Von Hayes.
No, Schmitty
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he couldn't deal with the kids.
couldn't deal with the
Well,
kids.
Couldn't
Von
deal with
Hayes
the
had a
kids.
job too back in the day.
He did.
Yeah,
I
I think
forgot
he
about
did.
that.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
But
Was
Schmitty.
it looking for the next bimbo to
no.
take?
Whoa.
Von Hayes.
Yep.
Wow.
Whoa.
Dude, I worked in a restaurant.
fired.
I worked on a restaurant on the main line, and I was a waiter and a busboy. Von Hayes was there every week
With a different one.
different bimbo.
I ain't mad at him.
Kidding.
No,
Hey,
At him.
he's
and he was the
spreading his-
lousiest tipper in Philadelphia.
He's
that's
spreading,
awful.
he-
That's
he's
crap.
spreading
And this
his
was a
wild
five-star
Von
love.
Hayes, if
restaurant.
you're listening, call in.
Call
Yeah,
in,
call
yes.
Von
Who's
back.
calling, Von?
Hey, Von, if you're calling in, send us a tip money you left us. He's stiff.
He's stiff
Wow. Come on, Von.
I
Call
don't
in.
respect that. Because I too, like my man Frank, I was a waiter at the Forum in L.A. Yeah, I used to wait the Kings games and
I
the
worked at
Laker
Alberto's
games.
on City Line Avenue.
Yeah, yeah, season
Anybody
ticket
remember?
holders. Yeah, that's not an easy job, bro.
Was Wayne
No,
with them at
I
the
worked the
time?
Blockbuster
Was
video.
Wayne with them at the time?
Who's with? I'm sorry.
And look at you
Was
now.
Wayne was Wayne
Look
with
at
the
you
Kings?
now.
Yeah. I saw Gretzky play live a couple of times, man.
I was gonna say, yeah. he was-
Yeah, man, it was all just like I always say this. I tell it to James. Hockey's a
Or
way
should I
better
say,
game
or should I say
live.
the great
Oh my
one?
God!
Yes.
It's a way
It's-
better
it's
game
probably
live.
the
It
best
is.
game.
It is.
Yeah, yeah.
Or should I say the great one?
Yeah,
So-
no, it was great to see him, and he was still, he's still a fire back
Let,
then.
let me
Very
ask
good.
you guys, what do you guys think about the new radio broadcasters for the Phillies?
I think they can't
There's
make up
three
their
of them,
mind.
right?
Four.
Yeah,
All
listen to
four-
him,
I think they can't
Yeah,
make
but
up
all
their
too
mind.
former
much to
Phillies.
admit.
Who'd I miss?
Michael
much.
Bourne,
Chad Durbin,
Chad
Kevin
Durbin,
Stocker,
Kevin
and Eric
Stocker.
Kratz.
Yep.
Oh, they brought Eric Kratz?
Well,
I
maybe
think
he can come
that's the
down.
other guy.
I think
Maybe he
that-
can come down from the booth and be our backup catcher.
I think
Michael
they're-
Bourne is in the booth.
Yeah, I think,
Michael Bourne?
Yeah, but
Michael
they're
Bourne.
going to be taking turns on road trips. That's what it is.
Interesting.
They're not. they're
rather
not
have
all.
Well, that's because LA doesn't travel, right?
Michael
Yeah.
Bourne,
No,
who
I-
spent all of 3 seasons here.
Yeah, I know.
Hey.
Speaking of
The one that got away.
we'll get to this later, but I was watching the Alabama. Who was Alabama playing last
Notre
night?
Dame?
Notre Dame. Oh, you guys, right? Avery Johnson's pretty good.
Yeah.
He was really good last night.
Yeah, did anybody see what happened to that guy on Alabama? Man, he went down hard.
No, I fell
I
asleep.
didn't
What
see
happened to
that.
the game? Notre Dame
know.
was up. Did they win?
Guys, real quick,
I didn't even catch
kudos.
the end of it.
They were up. Big time.
Timeout. Kudos to the St. Peter's Peacocks.
Is that St. Peter's, Virginia?
Peacocks, who defeated the number 2 seed Kentucky.
I
watched that game.
I watched that whole
We
game.
I watched that
actually,
game.
I actually,
Overtime was
I
awesome.
actually,
Overtime.
John Cheney's
That
looking up in
game
heaven
was
right now.
incredible.
I actually have a clip from that.
Shipping knocks down 2 in a row, and the Raiders lead only by 20 with 20 seconds to go. So Serrano making things happen for the Aces, and they trail only by 20.
Dave Yarno
Dave Yarno for 3. That's a brick.
Break it this time.
No.
Darn.
Just a bit outside.
Every time you watch that, you're like, I think it's
outside.
going to go in.
That kid sucks.
That's awesome.
He
Who is that kid?
He was.
That's awesome.
Anyway,
Dave, you set that up. I had to.
anyway, that was
You know, I thought about that game.
that
the other
game
day.
was
I swear.
incredible, and those kids played their hearts out, and I give them credit. Congratulations. to them.
The basketball play of the week, actually, as far as I'm concerned, of the century, is the cheerleader.
Yeah, getting the ball down.
Oh yeah, it was dope.
I
that.
saw that.
That was
Yes,
great.
That was awesome.
That was incredible.
That
I
was
did see
awesome.
I did.
I'm watching it live, right? And I mean, it was crazy because the announcer's going, "Why don't they just get a cheerleader?" They got, and the next thing you know, a cheerleader's
So,
popping
yeah.
up. It's like
She
they
was
didn't
pretty
hear
steady.
them,
He kept it
right?
steady, too.
So this happens, and I'm sitting there and I'm watching the game, and not 3 minutes goes by, and my wife walks in from the kitchen, who isn't watching basketball, but she's scrolling on her phone, and she comes up and she says, "Oh, that's cool. Let me go show this to Fran." She walks in the living room, and she says, "Look at this." I said, "I just watched it live. It already had, in 3 minutes, already had 250,000 views."
That's insane.
Wow.
That's insane.
It's-
Sounds
It's
like
insane.
our little show right here.
Yeah,
we
right?
have-
Yeah, our little show.
We have 14 and a half views right now.
Yeah,
We're doing
And
so
climbing.
well.
We got a bullet with that.
Let's go.
and those live views are always tough.
I did go on as another fan. I go to Gal Shaw's down in Reading Terminal when I leave here every other Saturday, and one of the guys down there watches the show. He gave us a thumbs up.
Oh man,
Hey.
thank you so
Very
much.
nice.
Gal
Yeah,
Shaw's
man.
in Reading
Very
Terminal.
nice. Thank
Right,
you.
Nice. That's
Damon,
awesome.
Damon's the face.
Yep.
Joey and the rest of the
Dame-
guys are the voices.
Dame.
That's right.
I just push button.
Dave, can Carolina beat Baylor today?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Ooh,
I hope not, because I got
man.
Baylor.
And they pulled out?
I got Baylor winning it
I
all
don't
on my
know.
bracket.
Well, I don't know. I got to see the line on that game.
See, I think
I gotta
Duke
go to the
does.
line. I
I
don't
just,
know,
thought,
Dave.
I just thought I'd ask.
No, that's a good one you made me because it's a few good games.
And there's
today.
not-
I don't like Duke, but I think Duke pulls it off because it's Coach K's final season.
I hope
so.
not.
I don't think
Duke
is
ain't
gonna
winning
make it.
squat.
No, Duke
I
won't win it.
hope you're
They
right.
looked good last night, though.
From
They did look
from
good.
your mouth
They'd
to
have
God's
to.
ears.
They'd have to face Tennessee, correct?
Sorry, Franny.
Hey,
Sorry.
they're going to lose to
We're
Tennessee.
Duke-hating.
But listen, the upsets were.
happens.
I know we're still on the Phillies, but the upsets were incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty good.
I
always are.
My bracket's bashed, of course.
No, I'm in good shape. I'm in fourth
If
place
you had
in my
Kentucky,
pool.
you're messed up.
I'm off.
You're done.
Out of 100 by 2 points.
40 million people. There's only like 713 brackets still.
Now
Like,
my son
insane.
keeps meticulous stats about this on Yahoo. There's out of like 6 million pools. There's 136 perfect pools left. That's it.
And what's the name still does his pool. He gives $1 billion if you win it all.
Is there such thing as the perfect pool?
Yeah, one kid had it.
Really?
Yeah,
He used to work for Chrysler. I just said
kid
his
had
name
it
the other
last
day.
year.
How is that
or year
possible?
before.
Miller?
The billionaire. He used to work for Chrysler. Jay-Z meets with him all the time.
Oh.
No idea.
If I said his name, you guys would know. I can't.
Coca?
Nah, I mean not Lei Coca.
He's dead, I think.
Al Safari?
Al Safari.
Al Safari?
Al Safari's giving away $1 million to people we don't know,
he does-
and he's not giving it to us.
He does a pool every year. You have to win like every game.
So you're
Yeah.
But
saying.
he puts up $1 billion.
So you're saying Al's holding out on it?
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Is that what it is? Okay.
I got to Google his name. It's bothering me.
Damn you, Al.
It's Al
I just say
Safari.
his name. Al Safari. Al Safari.
Now I want to get down to this.
Uh-oh.
Dame, you said coming in today that you got some beef. So I want to get into
Stephen A. beef. Yes.
I want to get into
Yeah,
that.
so
we can transition into the Sixers, but I must say,
Warren Buffett. It just hit
Are we
me.
off the field?
Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett.
Oh,
So
okay.
Stephen A. Smith. And let me say that I like Stephen, but sometimes it's like, dude. So my thing, like, I'm not like a LeBron James fan, but I respect him, right?
Got it.
When the Larry Bird fan,
How can you not
I
respect him?
Respect
You
the
gotta
hell out of
respect-
Larry
you gotta
Bird,
respect,
right? Shot the ball with his eyes closed. I've seen it too many times.
Yep.
He was an amazing player.
Indiana man.
So when you clearly just don't like a trade or a player for what or the team situation, I won't say he doesn't like Embiid. So first he says on his show that Kyrie Irving locked down Harden. I was at that game, that Thursday game with the Nets. Harden was just missing shots. They gave it to Ben that night. It was one of those games where the Sixers wasn't hitting anything and the Nets were hitting everything to the point. You guys watched the game.
They were hitting
Even when the game was
65%
out
of
of
their
hand.
shots. Come on now.
Yeah, they were hitting threes at the end of the game, the
All
Nets.
day.
So he says that Kyrie Irving shut down Harden.
Okay, let him say that because it's not true.
It's not
Kyrie Irving couldn't shut you down, Frank.
I know.
said that to
Well,
Mike Miss yesterday.
He could shut me
Dane,
down.
you were so fast where you were like, Mike Kyrie couldn't stick you.
Yeah, he
Shut you
couldn't.
down. That was funny.
And so it's like for you to say that.
Look.
Sometimes the guy is just completely off. Now that's one thing. Then the other day he goes, "No one can stop Jokic. He's my MVP." Yeah, Joey. Yeah, Joey. Yeah,
boy.
Joey. Joey, you can pull it up.
Uh-oh.
And that's why I had to call Mike.
Have dropped.
I said, "Wait a second.
Glasses
What
off.
in the world are you watching?" Yeah, we lost the game to the Nuggets. Okay, have at it. But big fella showed out once
Didn't he
again.
have 37 that night?
Yeah, and 17
I
boards.
thought he did.
And then 35 and 17. My
Okay,
bad.
sorry.
And then he plays defense. Jokic is a terrific player. I'm not taking anything away from him. Clearly, big fellas, the hands down. I'm not saying this because I'm a Sixer fan, big fella fan. That's the MVP.
Okay, let
He's
me
dropping 30
I'm gonna
like I'm
make-
putting on my socks. It's that easy for him.
last year when Embiid didn't get the MVP.
It's because games missed.
Right. What's not missing from that? What's how many games has he missed this year?
Yeah.
He missed 3 and 9 due to COVID.
Okay.
They're not counting that. And
Right.
D. Lynam said this morning, I was listening to her show, that he did miss 3, but I think it was 1.
Right.
And,
Well,
and
there
then
was load management where he took the one game.
right,
Yeah.
but that was a scheduled
Wait a
one.
minute,
But
honestly-
he told them, I do not want load management this year.
Right.
He's in much better shape. It's clear.
It's not even close.
Wait a minute.
It's not even close. He's the MVP.
Didn't
it's
last
not
night?
even close.
Doesn't he have back soreness? I didn't think he was
Dude,
going to play
yeah.
last
Yeah,
night.
he has
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
back
He wasn't going to play last night,
Yeah.
but he did. I was
I
surprised.
think what's
yeah.
going to happen is, I don't know if he's playing tomorrow night.
Against Toronto, I think they're going to sit him against Toronto.
Because they want him to play Monday.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. But he, like D said, he has to play at least 10 more games.
Right, right.
So he's probably play all the West Coast games.
He's going to play 10 games easy.
Yeah, because it's 13 left. He'll knock him off.
Is it 13 left? Okay.
Yeah. So for him to say that,
It's
I'm
not,
like, my
it's
man,
not even
seriously?
close. It's not even. Nobody's even close to him for MVP.
No one, Frank.
It's a shame.
Joe Marsh
It's
is
a shame.
just sitting there ready
Time
to
out.
unload
It's a
on
shame-
this microphone.
It's a shame, Joey. Before you unload on anybody,
Yeah.
it's a shame
think
Katie was hurt.
Stephen A's about to
It's
be
a
a
shame
dead
Katie
man.
was hurt half the season because he might have gave.
Nah, I can't give it to Katie.
He
either.
might, I'm just saying he might have gave Joel a run for his money. That's all I'm saying. Because Katie was hot. Katie's been hot the last what, 3 or 4
Katie's
games?
an incredible player.
Oh, he's awesome.
an incredible
It's
player.
fun to watch,
This is
Joey.
why I
Come
know
on.
No,
that.
at that game, I was with buddies and we were like, he just doesn't miss.
He dropped 37 last night. Good,
That
Joey.
game, Frank, the ball didn't touch the rim. It was
Yeah.
like the whole game. It's like this dude doesn't miss.
And wait a minute,
Yeah.
and that's
He
like
just doesn't
Curry
miss.
dropped 27 last night, Joey.
Uh-oh.
Don't you miss Curry? I know I do.
Oh man.
I don't miss him.
All right.
Joe.
Go ahead, Joe.
Joe,
Go
you-
ahead,
I-
Joe.
He's a
Floor's all
carry.
used.
Have you ever
Floor's
seen a
all yours,
volcano?
pal.
Joe's starting to look.
He looks like he's about to start gnawing on the microphone.
Yeah, let him at it.
Parental advisory required.
Uh-oh.
Heads
Pull-
up.
Pull your kids away from the television.
Yeah, I had to say that for Joe
What do
because
you
I was
want, kids?
livid when I saw that. Livid, Joe.
How fucking disrespectful, Stephen A. You are a fraud to
Major
the
bones in this town.
biggest emphasis. Jokic? Okay, let's go to the fallback of everything that was wrong with last season because it wasn't the most valuable player. It was the most valuable participant because we don't give showing up and playing and clocking in and clocking out awards in the NBA. We play for men. Men play this game, not boys. That's why 2-5 got shipped out of here quicker than you did up in New York. You're going to sit here and you're going to preach. You're going to sit here and act so disrespectful to this franchise, to the guy who's undoubtedly the best player on the planet right now.
Yeah.
It's not even close. Jokic can sit there and put his hat on the fact that he can clock in and clock out and do offense and only play one half of the court. Because you could throw criticism that it's a 4-on-5 when we have Ben, but then you're all on Ben train when he goes to Brooklyn, and he hasn't even stepped on the goddamn court yet.
He's injured, but go ahead.
It doesn't matter.
Not injured. He's not injured.
It doesn't matter. You know where he's injured? In his pride.
Back soreness.
Easy hammer.
His balls haven't dropped yet. That's where he's injured.
Back soreness, Joey, but go ahead.
The accounting people are next
I'm
door.
just telling you what I'm reading. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, to Joe's point, if real quick, if you watched, I know you guys watched the game with the Nuggets. All I pointed out, Jokic was getting tired. He was working him so much. He was getting tired. We shouldn't have lost that game.
But there are times.
Look,
Wait a minute, Dave. But there are times we see Joel tired too. He's on the floor.
No. When he's bending over, I'm resetting. I honestly, dude,
I have
in
not.
shape.
I have not seen him tired in any game this year.
Thank you,
I
Frank.
haven't seen him tired in any game this year.
He's in shape.
Last year that wasn't true.
Maybe not, but he looks it.
And
I mean, you look at him, it's like
Great. That's a rope-a-dope as far as I'm concerned.
I'm going to add one more thing, because if we're putting all this on offense for Jokic, go look at the stats. Because I
5 steals last night, Joe.
No, but not just that.
5 steals.
Not just that. How many
5.
40 and 10 games does Jokic have this season?
11.
Not as many.
Not as many. No.
Not as many.
The fact of the matter is, Joseph, I'm entitled to sound like a moron whenever I feel like it. And no guy from Philadelphia is going to tell me I can't sound like a moron. Tell me.
I was with the Inquirer for 16 years, Joey.
No, man. It's
and yet
dude,
you
I was
were a
livid.
Philly fan here,
Loves
but as
Iverson.
soon as you got the
He
check,
was never a Philly fan here.
Him and Iverson are tight.
When he was down here, he was a Philly fan. When he went up to New York,
No, he was always a Knick fan. I gotta get
no,
him.
he
That's his
wasn't
squad.
Knick fan,
Knick
but
fan,
he was an
yeah.
Allen fan, and he waved the flag. He was at the NBA Finals with Allen Iverson in L.A. He was courtside with an Allen jersey on. Don't sit there and tell me, oh, well, now I'm just going to be a fraud.
He loves the player, not the game.
No, and like Mike said he knows his agenda. But for him to say that, he's like, he's my MVP. And I'm like, dude, did you see the block last night? He came out of nowhere with the block.
I did. I saw that.
I mean, for me, whatever, MVP. This just to watch this.
Jokic might as well
2 games
be
ago, the block that he came across the came across the paint out
Yeah.
of nowhere.
Yeah.
Jokic had a layup and he just blocked. Was like,
Jokic
where the
might
hell
as
did
well
it come
be.
from?
Oh, yeah.
Might as well be the guy that says I pick stuff up and I put stuff down. That's what he might as well be.
Yeah.
Because
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
And I mean, listen, Stephen A. The invitation's still present, brother. I'm not running away from a fight.
I don't think you should call him Stephen A.
Listen, Hammer.
Stephen A.
Listen,
anymore.
Hammer.
You should
I'm
call him
not your
Stephen
nail today. I'm not your nail today.
No.
Meanwhile,
It's my fault. I agree.
No, that's
see
cool,
what you
man.
started.
Got it wrong. No,
That's
my
cool.
fault. No, it just set me off. I'm like, dude.
No,
come
you
on,
said
stop.
Joey Owens. What
Why
you
wouldn't it, Damon? Why wouldn't it? Why? Because I mean, you know what Stephen A. is. Stephen A. is live clickbait. That's
Yeah.
all he is.
Yeah.
He's no different than Will
And they're
Bond.
paying him $15 million
He's no
a year.
different
Listen,
than Colin Coward.
Live
He's
clickbait
no different than
paid
any of
good
those
money.
guys.
He's
I'll say
a
that,
fraud. He's a fraud with his opinion that hides behind a desk in a cheap
Listen,
suit.
I have no respect for any sports announcer that does appearances on General Hospital. Okay?
Hey, I like.
And oh, by the way, while we're at it,
I like
Howard Eskin, I'm after you too. That's Young and the Restless.
That's
but-
Young and the Restless.
That's Young and the Restless. That's pretty bad. It's pretty bad that I know that.
Oh my God!
No,
You
I
were
know,
quick
too.
with that, too.
Yeah, well, I used to schedule my college classes around my soap operas.
Well, see,
I
but I know.
as the world turns.
As the world turns?
I was
It's
a Days of
General
Our
Hospital.
Lives.
See, I
Days
know,
of Our
I know
Lives
what that
back.
game is.
Yeah.
As the world turns.
Dave,
General
I
Hospital.
know what that
Yeah.
game is.
Luke and Laura. Yeah.
I know what that
Like
game is.
Sam to the hourglass.
Goodbye, Rails. Goodbye, Rails.
Yeah.
We are off for
I was
now.
I stopped at the James Stanback died 12
So
times.
you
I'm
were
like,
the
I'm out.
guy.
For the last 20 minutes of the show, we'll be talking about Damon's favorite soap opera.
So you were the guy that was
That's
watching.
not true. That's
You were the
not
guy
true.
watching Luke and Laura. all
Yeah,
those
I
years.
was there. I got
I
I watched it.
Yeah,
too.
I got hooked.
Yeah,
I was
we-
hooked.
Tom,
I was hooked.
God.
Tom, we're not going to be talking for the last 20 minutes because we're not at the campus bar where Damon's standing next to the girls who we're talking about Young and the Restless.
Watching
Yeah.
Luke and
That's
Laura
why.
at General
Yeah.
Hospital.
That's why Damon was watching Young and the Restless.
7:30 classes, so I can be done by 1 to catch all my children as it will turn.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, that's game, man.
Erica Kane. Yeah, Erica Kane.
Okay.
See,
Yeah.
see what you guys are failing to understand.
I was that
is
guy.
That is
I was that guy.
that's geometric thinking.
Yeah, I had
That's
to.
geometric thinking.
Hey, I was done my classes
Hey,
early. I
we
just got the
we
chance
talk
to watch
about
my
everything
soap.
here on the Pattison Ave
I watched
Phanatics
my
Show.
soaps. Yeah, I was a soap opera guy. I got my brother and sister hooked. We used to tape them. We taped them and everything. Yeah, I was soap opera.
From Luke and
miss,
Laura
man.
to As the World Turns.
Yeah, I was bad. man.
Like sands in the hourglass.
Yeah, it
So
was
are the
bad.
days of our lives.
Okay, all right.
Hey,
That's
listen.
that's as
Listen.
bad. Yo, that's as bad as Damon
Listen,
coming up with that. You
when-
know too.
when
Lying.
Marlena came back from the dead, and then when Roman came back
Yeah.
from the dead, and he was supposed to be like John Black was Roman, and then we
Yeah.
found out that
Dude,
John
when
Black
there
was
was
John
an
Black.
when there was
Wait,
a
when they all come back from the dead,
when there
do
was
they
a
talk like
fake
this?
island.
Yo, John Stamos played Blackie on General Hospital.
That's right.
John Stamos' debut was General Hospital.
Yes,
he played
it did. Yes, it
Blackie.
was.
Oh, now we're
Yes, it was.
now we're John
What?
Stamos.
That
he
is
played-
the worst.
Now we're a full
That
house.
is the worst name for a white dude.
Wait, wait,
Yeah, they
Full
called him
House?
Blackie.
Did
And
you
he
watch?
wore a black leather
Wait,
jacket.
did you watch Full House too?
I remember.
I know. My son loves Full House.
Oh,
even
God.
though he
Mr.
wasn't born,
Goodhart.
he loved the reruns.
John Stamos' comb, Mr. Goodpart.
Yeah,
One thing I know about John Stamos was Step
I was,
Brothers.
I was much fonder of his wife.
Uncle Jesse. Uncle Jesse lives again. Come
Who,
on.
Rebecca remains Stamos?
Yes, ma'am.
Who's in prison?
I couldn't watch Full
What?
House.
She's
but
in prison?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
Yeah, Beck's in prison.
What
She-
for?
College fraud.
Oh, she's out now. She's out now.
She brbribed somebody to get her daughter into
she-
college.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, she's one of them?
Yeah, USC. Yeah. She's out now. She did her 3 days.
Oh. I thought it was 3 months.
Well, you know, it's like
Whatever.
it's like yeah.
2 hours
No, but
later.
but
Was that your Isaac Hayes track? Was that your Isaac Hayes track?
No, I'm just clicking buttons.
2 hours.
this is so funny.
The next day.
Hey, listen. So now, Dave, I'm with you. You got the shot. Dave shot, and I was a soap opera guy.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was a soap opera guy.
And this all started with Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah. That
Well,
like
I mean, and that's appropriate because that's what Stephen A. Smith is. He is a soap,
soap
opera.
opera. There you
As-
go. There you go.
He's a
As
soap
the
opera.
world turns on the Pattison Ave Phanatics Show.
No, I had to stop. James Stanback died like 7 times. and came back. I'm done. No one dies and comes
You
back
need to
7
keep
times.
that. You need to keep that drop.
I'm like, I know they shot him. They shot him in the head. How did he come back?
You shot JR.
Listen,
I watched that too. That was my show,
Dave,
Dallas. I
Dave,
loved it.
If they don't
Friday
go,
night, 7 o'clock,
if
after
they
Duke's
don't,
Hazard, yes.
they don't go over a cliff in a burning car and get decapitated, and you watch the head roll down the hill, they're coming back.
next week on Soap Opera Shop.
Usually as an evil twin.
So I'm gonna try to bring this back to
Good
reality.
luck getting this train back on the rails.
Reality.
So I heard some guys on the local sports radio circuit
James is lost it over here.
completely jump off the rails with the Sixers.
They don't know how
because
to jump off rails. They have to
well,
listen to this
no.
show.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, we've
They-
mastered
they-
the art of that.
They said that the Sixers can't play with competitive teams. Like this team, this
said
Sixers
this?
team. Oh, I'm gonna just
No, out them. They're not listening.
I never
there's
said
nobody
that.
here
Don't look
but-
at me.
No,
I didn't
nobody.
know it.
Joey, I
Don't
never
worry
said
about it,
that.
Joe. Don't worry about it.
It's a cousin of mine. It's cousin John Marks.
All right, well, throw him under the bus.
Who's G? What? He's great.
Let
on-
him come in
John
and
Marks,
let him
you cousin?
call in and defend himself because that is a
I met Johnny
ridiculous
Marks.
statement.
To the soap
Johnny
opera.
Marks basically said that this team was not what he thought it was because we can't be competitive.
Okay, I'm
Playoff
gonna
caliber
Damon. I'm
teams.
gonna ask you a question, Damon.
Sure.
When you're watching what's going on the court right now, and you see complete disjointed play at times, do you get the same impression that I do that he's just trying stuff?
Yes, thank you. This is what I've been saying.
Yeah, I think Doc
this-
is just trying stuff.
Thank you. This is what I've been saying. When we signed Harden, I said you have to give it 20 games together.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
And the reason I said that, to Frank's point, like I said to Mike yesterday, It's not like we got Buddy Hield. This is a
Right.
unique player.
Yes.
This is a different kind of player who's never played with the guy giving him 30 a night.
Right.
You know, in fairness to Harden, right?
Right.
He sees a young Max. He's under his wing, clearly. Tobias has figured it out, by the way.
What did I say when the trade happened? Did I say 10 games?
Yes.
Did I say give
And
Tobias 10 games?
And he admitted, he said, I'm an adapter. I see that in Tobias. People get mad at the contract. Forget he's going to give you that 20. And he would have had 20 last night with the bogus calls against him, but I'm going to leave that for another day. So to your point. Yeah. So it's like you have to be patient. When he got here, oh my God, we can't be stopped. Then all of a sudden, the Nets game, everyone's upset. I'm like,
I'm seeing tinkering. That's what I'm seeing.
Yes.
And they're trying to find out. They're taking turns with guys off the bench.
Thank you, Frank.
To see who they can count on.
Right. And so because he's
what they're finding out though is that the end of that bench is coming up real quick.
Well,
because there ain't a whole lot of guys.
Here's what someone said on Facebook that I like. I would do, if you notice, he's pulling Harden out first.
Right.
Right. And having him come in with the second unit. But I would do Harden, Tobias with Big B-Ball Paul. Someone mentioned Niang and maybe Green. Green has been off last night, but I get what he's doing. People may not like it, but he has to do it that way.
He's doing it with Harden. He's doing it with Harden because Harden's a really good facilitator.
Yes.
And when he brings that second unit in with Harden, they're looking for that guy. They're looking for the guy who could do the post up shot in the corner or a little further up the wing.
Right.
That's what they're looking for.
Because they know he's going to be double teamed. They need that guy to be open and hit that shot.
And that's what they're trying to find. They're trying to find who they can count on.
Is Niang
a
that
little,
guy?
other than Thibault.
Is Niang that guy?
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
It looks more and more like it's going to be that guy. But
Yeah.
Niang's problem is he needs to work on his defensive attitude.
Well, he could drop a couple of LBs, but that's for another day.
Yeah,
but
he's drinking a lot of
beer. What I
beer.
do like about him, like Doc said last night, he'll miss 50, but I'm going to continue to shoot.
Yeah.
You know, you want that in the guy. But no, Frank, you hitting on the nail. People have to be patient.
We're going to call that from now on the Stephen A.
You know what
We're
city
hitting
you're
that
in,
on the
right?
Stephen A.
Yeah, but
Patience does not go in the city.
But
you know that.
You can't have it both ways.
I get it, but you know that.
Well, all of a sudden,
if all people,
maybe we shouldn't have made the trade. Bring Ben back.
Well, that's what Johnny
Marks
know
is
saying.
Johnny
Marks said it wasn't a good trade.
So let's take last night's
But here's
game.
how you know it's going to work. Last 5 games of the year. If the last 5 games of the year they look like they're clicking.
They look like they were clicking last night.
Okay, but I mean
against the fifth in the West.
Right. When they get to the last 5 games of the year and they're dropping 120, 122 and creating all the spaces they were creating in the first few games, then you'll know they found the formula. Okay? You'll know the 7 guys they're going to use because the rest of the guys are just going to be buying tickets and sitting in the stands.
That's what I want to ask you.
For the playoffs.
Are they going to go 8 deep or 9?
They won't go 9.
All right. So
depend on the situation.
Yeah.
I have an off-topic question from Al Thompson, who's the host of Football Stories. That they do the show here from the studio. Al said, "Can you each describe the baseball caps you were wearing?"
Yes, I am wearing, and I got this last year. This is why I said golf is life. I was down at Pauly's Island, and this is a restaurant at Pauly's Island.
Okay.
That's where
I'm wearing a Delco Live hat
I like
to
that,
represent one of the other shows here on the network.
A wrestling shirt hat.
Heartbreak.
Shawn Michaels, Heartbreak Kid.
Joe Marks is pretty self-evident 76ers.
Mine is a Brantley Gilbert hat in tribute to my Georgia Bulldogs winning the national championship.
There you go.
And I missed the meeting to wear the hat. I'm sorry.
With Damon was out on the hat meeting.
We're
today.
just
So
happy,
there you go.
we're
Al
just happy
Thompson.
Damon's here.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here too. But no, it's nah.
Our crack statistician's wearing an Eagles hat. He's not on camera, but
Thank you though, Big Joe. Thank you, bro. No, but listen, man, I'm. Do I get frustrated? Of course I do, but I understand. Again, this is a unique player, and now what you're seeing, he and Joe have a phenomenal rhythm. Those passes he's giving Joe.
wait a second. Did you see that?
Those passes he's. Oh my God.
I'm not even talking about Joe. Did you see that underneath
DeAndre?
the basket with DeAndre?
Yeah.
I was like,
You know he loves
in
him.
the chair, and I went,
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah.
Making DeAndre look good.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he made DeAndre look like he
Yeah.
was 20 years old.
So I want to chime in with what you're saying to agree with you, Frank, in
Yeah.
the sense that he's tinkering not just with the offense, though. He's tinkering with the defense
he
because
is.
Yes.
even Harden made mention to it yesterday at postgame. He was saying that they were switching up their defenses on Doncic.
Right.
Good job.
Luka, yeah.
Did a good
So,
job.
and I mean, like, here's the thing: they were going from 3-4 to man to to a zone, to all these kind of different things. And Coach Lynham brought up in the post game that Toronto, when they beat us, did the same thing.
Right.
They kept switching up defenses to confuse the offensive player.
That's how you do it, Joe.
And I think like tinkering with what works and what doesn't, and getting an awareness of what's behind you, because when you're playing defense, you got to trust who's behind you.
Well, defense in pro basketball is all attitude, and it's all effort.
It's all will.
It's all
absolutely.
Because nobody likes to play.
You got to
defense
want
in
it.
pro.
Yeah, you got to want to play.
I mean,
defense.
I would never compare myself to that, but that was me. My buddy Sean would say, put Dame on him, because I wanted to lock you
Speaking about
down.
defense, what was the college game the other day? It was halftime, like 17 or something, whatever it was. Like, I don't remember the game itself.
What's it? What game was that?
I believe I have a video from that game.
Stop!
Dave.
Don't go there. But I'm
You're
saying-
setting it up,
No,
man.
I know.
You're
I know.
walking
I'm setting myself
yourself
up. I get
You
it.
open up a can of worms
I'm
every
saying-
time.
Was that
No,
the Richmond game?
But there was.
Was it the Richmond game?
It might have been.
It was.
Because I think the final in the Richmond game was like 50 to 49
Yeah,
or
but
something.
Yeah,
halftime
like
was
that.
19 to
Yeah, I
something?
forget.
Yeah, it was kind of
Al checks in, says, "Is it me or is it weird when Joey agrees with people?" No, it is definitely weird, Al.
That's
I
for
say it's
sure.
the opposite.
No, but to the point with the defense and switching up,
Yeah, I keep
the other
setting
thing is that
myself
he
up.
does, no one talks about. He does.
I keep setting myself up. I got
So
something.
last night, unfortunately, he was in foul trouble. When he
all
put
good.
Tobias on Brunson,
Yeah.
slowed him down.
Yeah.
You notice? I've noticed lately when the guy is hot, it was DeRozan was hot. He put Tobias on him.
Right.
And he said this. He said the Tobias I had in the Clippers is a way better. Tobias that I have now is a way better defender than I had as the Clippers.
Right.
He's trusting Tobias to lock these guys, and he's stepping up. So I think, to answer your question about, I'm just standing in the moment. I don't want to jump the head like we did last year, because Father's Day was I'm still like, ugh,
Yeah.
that was horrible. I couldn't watch sports or nothing. But I see what
Ben
he's
Simmons
doing.
was a zombie.
Yeah, and I like what he's doing, and I'm just patient,
sense.
man. I'm liking what I'm seeing, because think about last night's game. It was just the right time. Harden said, "Okay, I'm gonna take over." Big fella was on the bench, and he's knocking those threes down. He's getting warmed
Well,
up.
Dallas is
so.
on the East Coast too. I mean, this came from Celtics, and they're playing a couple of conference games.
Well,
It's tough. Tough on the road.
But I mean, Dallas beat us, and Dinwiddie kills us when he was with
Dinwiddie,
the Nets,
yeah,
and
yeah.
they slowed him down.
I'm
That was a good
No,
good.
I'm not
win
saying it was a
last
solid win. I'm saying, but Dallas came off the Celtics, and they came in.
Well,
That's
You
not
know,
bad.
and to be
just
fair-
something about with Tobias last night. I mean, he got fouled a hell of a lot than usual last night.
James, they were calling offensive fouls. I'm like,
It was unbelievable.
yeah. One of my students said, "Mr. Salim, I'm going to the game. I might be on the floor." I said, I've said it on the courtside years ago at the old Spectrum.
Yeah.
But I couldn't have courtside seats.
Oh, God.
I get kicked out. I can't stand refs. I get kicked out. I know me. I curse them out. They have the cops because they're not consistent. How do you not see that? What's the guy? Powell clearly fouled Tobias with it. Right, come on,
Lean
man.
into
That's not an
him.
offensive foul. They didn't want to go see if it was a flagrant because he got kneed up in the
Both
sacks.
times he got called for an offensive. They went to see if it was a flagrant.
Okay.
I'm like, what the hell are you guys talking about?
Right,
I can
Joe.
tell you. I can tell you what this is. I can tell you what this. At least I think I know what it is. When you play the Sixers, and you got to stop what you got to stop, a lot of flat fouls are being called.
Sure.
They're going to the line and they're killing teams at the line. Well, I think the Sixers team as a team is shooting like 78% from the foul line.
81.
81%.
They posted it last
Okay,
night, yeah.
well, you're winning games doing that, and it's boring.
Why, 'cause you're shooting foul shots all day.
And I'm telling you,
Harden's not even getting all his calls. But go ahead.
Hold up.
You noticed that,
but
right,
if
Frank?
you recall
Harden's
back,
not getting all his calls.
if you recall back in like the Pistons when they won their championships with Rip Hamilton and Chauncey Billups, they were at the line a lot more than the Sixers are now.
I know, but see, the league doesn't want that.
I understand, but
So there, I mean, when you start seeing calls like the crap that they were calling against Tobias last night, I start thinking somebody upstairs is talking to these guys and saying, "Look, we can't have this. We can't have it. We can't have a team, getting 37 points, 40 points a night from the foul line, winning games."
Real quick, Dan, why are we seeing less Shake all of a sudden?
Because Shake
going on?
stinks.
Well, I called because D-line of them. I
Shake
think
is
he's good.
shook.
I think he's an.
Is
I don't
he
know,
shooken up? Is he just not?
Can't find his rhythm with this team. Again. Wow.
Yes,
So,
he does, man.
I don't think
about
I don't
to
think
put
he's
you in
found
the
his
corner.
rhythm.
Shake used to get some minutes, man.
I don't think he found his rhythm.
Shake.
Here's what I like to see. I like to see more Bassey and Paul Reed.
I agree.
I want to see Reed. I want to see some Reed.
Does Korkmaz see the court anytime
No.
soon?
No.
Cork Mizzle is like.
I saw him
The,
carrying.
the Sultan has retired.
No, I saw him
Yeah.
carrying.
Gave-
I saw him carrying the towel bag and the water rack last night, and I thought, what a great job. For him for the
We did
playoffs.
get some. He got a couple of seconds last night. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, Cork. You have to do one job. Make shots.
That's all.
Yeah, TK. I'm
Every
with you.
time in the last 15 games, every time he throws up a 3-pointer,
Tommy,
He's
play
lost his
over here.
confidence.
Yeah, he has.
And you can't blame Doc, but I gave you a shot. I like to
gave
see
plenty-
Isaiah
gave
Joe
plenty- yeah.
a little bit more time.
Yeah, I'd like to see Isaiah.
So this,
Kang wins.
so to Dave's point.
But I think the Yang's going to wind up being that guy.
He already is.
He's earning the
That's
spot.
his guy. But I think if you look at, there's a spot open.
Yeah,
It's between Shake and Isaiah Joe.
that's a scary freaking thought, dude.
Who would you go with?
It's a scary thought.
Go with Isaiah Joe.
Yeah, I'm going
Isaiah
Isaiah
Joe?
Joe too. I think
Once it gets hot, he's nice.
I think Korkmaz ought to hand the towel bag to Shake, and Korkmaz ought to stick to carrying the water. Okay.
So he's not
Can I
even
tell-
doing that
can-
good of
can
a
I-
job
can I
with
say-
the towels?
Can I say something else?
No,
I'm
he just
wondering.
needs help.
I don't know this to be true.
Wow.
Harden's becoming a coach on the court. You guys noticing that?
Yeah, but he's
So
got
is
the
Doc
right team.
conferring with him? Like, yo, what do you think about this?
No, you know what he tells Doc? He goes, "I got this. Just tell me how you want me to do this, but I got this." And
I'm liking it, man.
So, Dave, tell me, do you miss Andre the drummer?
Oh yeah, I mean, listen.
Andre the drummer.
I'll say this, like, you know-
Hello, Mr. Drummond.
Hello, Mr. Joe. What are you talking about, Willis? What are you talking about, Joey? This is crazy. Do I miss? No, you gotta move on. Like you know,
I'm saying, but
people talking about Curry. Listen, we had a Curry,
we had a Curry.
but I have a Harden now.
By the way, we
doesn't sound.
I hope not.
we blew up the rails before we even
Yes.
went live
That
today.
didn't come out-
The only curry we have now is in our chicken.
Yeah, that didn't come out right. The only Curry we have right now is in our chicken. That didn't come out right. I got a hard.
Damon as a Harden.
Not coming.
Figured the music was befitting.
This is X-rated, folks. I'm sorry. This is X-rated. So bad. That didn't come out.
I apologize for the overuse of sound effects, but I'm just, I'm experimenting.
He's having fun over there.
I got.
We only got a couple of minutes left. I gotta get out of here. I got a wedding
We
tonight.
gotta get in the birds, man. We gotta get in the birds. Man.
Oh, yes, please.
Wedding?
We gotta get in the
We got 3 minutes to talk about Hassan Reddick. Ready? Go.
Love
That you, baby.
Great pick.
I love
Great
it.
pick.
Is Fletcher Cox back or not?
No.
I think
Oh,
Fletcher.
yeah,
Cox,
everything
They said
sounds
by
like
Monday.
No,
at the
I
contract
think
is
they signed Fletcher Cox on Monday and they trade him on Tuesday.
Huh?
That could be.
I think they sign him on Monday and trade him on Tuesday.
So word is they're going to draft someone, or Matt Williams is going to get the spot.
I feel like they're going to get
No, no.
Jordan Davis. They're going to try and go get Jordan Davis.
Davis.
Really?
Norm Deal's Pattison Ave Phanatics T-shirts have arrived.
nice.
Man.
So
Nice.
let's. So Watson goes to Cleveland.
Who's consistent? I'm lost on that.
Did you go after Baker Mayfield?
No.
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 Okay.
Now.
That man-child? No.
Joey, guess who I heard?
He wants to
Guess
go.
who I heard?
I got
He
it.
announced he wants to
Interested
go to
in
Indy. He wants to go to Indy.
Matt Ryan.
Yeah, no. He may go to India. I had to talk to you.
Who?
Uh-oh.
Me? What'd I do?
I don't think y'all brought it up last week.
Bro, whoa.
Your owner
Well, I know.
Oh,
Don't go there.
has a flower child.
Yeah, we know.
No.
What?
I'm talking.
You haven't heard?
Gregory.
Yeah.
He went to Denver so he can.
Wrong one.
Yes, I am aware of this.
She's 26 years
Are you-
old,
are you-
and she wants some money.
Can you blame me?
Oh.
What do I, Joey?
What
Do
is
I,
that?
Y'all didn't hear that?
He probably hit on her by accident
What do I,
first.
Jerry?
Jerry
Can't pay
Jones has
anybody.
a daughter
Wait a minute. That's
Oh.
why Jerry.
outside the marriage.
That's why Jerry can't pay anybody. Now it makes sense. God.
Wow.
Yeah, she's 26, and
She wants to get
yeah,
paid.
Joey's stunned.
She wants to get paid.
And I'm not. You know what? Can I
You
say
didn't
this?
hear the story?
I'm not surprised
No.
because I always wondered about those dudes with money.
Joey,
you
I
know
tried
they
to
have
keep-
side
I tried to
pieces,
keep it
Frank.
from you, 'cause I was
Frank,
so
come
waiting
on.
for you to blow
You
it
know
off.
they have a side piece.
Oh my
or two.
God, yeah.
And
14 of them.
yeah.
Keep her away from Tony Romo.
So he has a daughter,
Of course, you had to bring this
and
up.
well, you guys didn't pick it up last week. I
Well,
must.
not only that, but that's a different story out of Dallas.
Yeah.
But what they did with the Gregory thing was, I got to believe.
I missed the Gregory story.
Okay,
He went
they
to
had
Denver.
they had wait a second. They had a contract. They gave it
Yes,
was
they
an
did.
agreement on Tuesday.
Yes, they did.
It was announced. Gregory re-signs with the Cowboys for $70 million. They go to sign the contract.
Before you go there, but go ahead.
Before he signs the contract, they put a clause in they didn't tell him about it. They just thought he was going to sign the contract without seeing the clause.
His agent didn't tell him.
What?
His agent said it was okay, and then when Randy saw it, then he exploded.
What's the clause?
That he would have to give money back if he failed drug tests.
If he failed drug tests.
Which was a clause that has never existed.
It was in.
That's the Players Association wouldn't allow that.
Right.
Exactly.
But like
Dallas tried to snake it in and have him sign a contract without knowing about
he needs that money for his flower child.
That's right.
He'll probably give him the drugs. Oh, you got a high. I'll take that.
But
and give it to my flower child.
I heard this morning. I don't know if it's true or not, but Randy Gregory has not yet signed the contract in Denver.
Oh, well, he will.
As far as I'm concerned.
He will.
He's going.
Dude, Denver's going to be nice.
It's recreational there, so
Denver-
he won't get banged.
Denver's
He's
gonna
not
be
signed
nice.
with Denver yet.
They have the receivers, the running back,
But he can do what he did and got
and the
suspended
quarterback
for.
now. Yeah.
He can do what he did and not get suspended now because it's legal.
Right. See, legal in Colorado. I get it. I understand
Right.
that, but yet he's not signed.
You signed Vanderbilt for a year.
As of today, he's not signed yet with Denver, as far as I know.
Well, he ain't going back to the Cowboys. Not after they
Word is, I don't know how true it is, Joey. Zeke might be on the trading block.
I heard this. This is why I brought up last week.
I'm just saying. I'm the messenger.
They'd be
I know.
smart.
Don't beat me up.
They'd be
No,
smart if they
I,
did it.
I brought it up last week. Believe me, I was the
He has to play that flower child, bro.
I
I'm
made
just
sure that I
saying.
was far enough away from Frank when I made the announcement because I didn't want to
Well,
get hit.
they made 2 moves yesterday.
I'm just saying. Zeke is on the trading block.
They made 2 moves yesterday. They did. They signed James Washington from Pittsburgh, and they signed.
Where did Cooper go?
Cooper went to
Browns.
Cleveland.
Yep.
Oh, he's gonna play
Yeah,
there
he's
with
playing
Watson.
Watson.
So where does Baker Mayfield go?
He wants to go to Indy.
He may
Really?
up in Indy. He may actually also possibly end up in Pittsburgh.
Speaking of which, did you see Carson's interview with this lady?
Trubisky's in Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
Isn't he
Trubisky's in
starting?
Pittsburgh,
Yes.
No,
yeah.
but he's
He's in
a
Pittsburgh.
stopgap.
Yeah. I
He's
saw-
better than
He's had a
better
2-year
than
deal, though,
Baker.
there-
He's
up
better.
there.
Yeah,
But
he's
it's
a
nothing,
better
man.
quarterback than Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Who
He
Trubisky
was
is?
a,
Yeah.
Trubisky was a first-round
Yeah.
pick, and they thought the
Yeah.
high.
Well, what they're
going
going to do in Pittsburgh, they're going to obviously run the ball.
Yeah.
They're stacked on defense now.
Yeah, they
One of my
always are.
students is he's from Pittsburgh.
You got to remember, Trubisky was picked over Pat Mahomes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, that was
That's
crazy.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And Juju just went to
Kansas City.
Juju just went to Kansas City, and it was between us and Kansas City.
Ooh.
But
I would not want to be a team in the AFC West.
Nope.
oh, it's going
All right.
to be beautiful.
The AFC is stacked, guys.
Yeah.
It's going to be beautiful.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's going to be beautiful.
Well, no, it's the AFC North.
So who's going to be Seattle's quarterback?
West is
Matt Ryan.
with
They don't have
the
one
Chargers.
yet.
Oh no, you're right. The West. Never mind.
Who's going to be Matt? They don't have one.
No,
Who?
they're going to draft the quarterback.
So let's bring it
The
back home.
Falcons.
Yeah, Matt Ryan's out of there. So here's what I'm wondering. They'll do another year with Hurts, right?
yeah.
He's a stopgap. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think Howie's going to wind up trading the 19th pick to somebody who doesn't have a first round pick.
Yeah, Joey,
to
Frank-
get next year's
Frank,
first
you
round
have got me thinking, especially after this past week. You have got me thinking of what you brought up last week
pick. Uh-oh.
because you said, and this was, I guess, a hypothetical,
Right.
that the Jaguars
Flashback effect the last week.
could trade back
Right.
from the first overall pick because they just dropped like $220 million
Yeah.
in free agency.
Yeah, I know they did.
So they need to expand the draft.
Right.
So they may drop back and take the 15 and 16, and we may jump up to 1 and get Hamilton.
I don't know about that. We'll see.
Well, here's the thing.
Well, they need a safety, so
now,
it's
if they do that,
it's either going to be the Honey
No, if they-
Badger or
Nah,
Hamilton.
no,
Hamilton.
if they do that with the Jaguars, it ain't going to be to take Hamilton.
Hamilton.
It's going to be to take the best DN on the board.
yeah.
Joe. Hamilton.
Yes, Joey, the Cowboys sent Dante for Fowler yesterday.
See, and I'm with Frank on that. Here's the reason why.
No, don't take the
Because you
best
gassed
team
it
on
up.
the
This guy's your quarterback, right?
He's so washed up, Fowler.
And so if you do that,
Dan
if
Quinn
you take
guy.
a quarterback, now there's going to be some rumbling in the locker room.
There's
right?
no quarterback worth the
right
first round
this
so
year.
far as I'm concerned.
So you lay off a year.
Yeah.
You see what he does, right? You see
There's
how
better
Hurts.
talent next year.
It's better talent. You see what he does. I still think they're going to sign a free agent wide receiver. I don't know who.
I think they could get a quarterback in the second
I would look
round
at
that's
Julio.
quality.
I would look at Julio. He just got
absolutely.
released.
They could get
Right.
I would do Julio for 1 year, James.
They could get the guy from
Yeah,
North
yeah.
Carolina.
That's a good
They could get the guy from North Carolina in the second or third round. I think
Yeah.
it's quality.
like a make or break deal.
Yeah, I do
Right.
Julio for 1 year. See how it works.
Right.
He's not going to hurt you.
No. No, he's not gonna hurt you.
No receivers want to come here. That's been the rumor. No receivers want to come here.
Yeah, you
That's
doubt
why
it.
Allen Robinson went somewhere else. That's why Christian Kirk got overpaid in Jacksonville.
Al Robinson went to the Rams.
Yeah, Allen Robinson
Well,
went to
Devontae
the Rams.
Adams is the biggest one because now if they're
Yeah,
going to draft a wide receiver because that was the only reason. One of the reasons Rodgers came back. They set him up, man.
Sorry, were you surprised that Watson went
But
to Cleveland?
I didn't realize Carr and Devontae played together at Fresno State. Somebody
Yeah.
said.
Right on.
Yeah, considering Watson said he doesn't want to play anywhere where it's cold.
Cleveland is kind of cold.
Well, he could clear the
Well,
chart.
apparently he failed geography.
Listen,
Yeah, I
guys.
get
So
it.
TK, real quick. So Watson got cleared. Would you still have taken him, even though he was cleared of all charges?
No.
Probably. I don't know.
You would have had a meeting.
Yeah, I would have had to think harder
would
about it.
Would you at least had a meeting?
Yeah, sure.
I
I would have entertained that
How about
idea.
you, Frank? You wouldn't have done it.
Having
Frank, you got clear.
Having
Criminal
a-
charges are done.
He got cleared of criminal charges. It doesn't mean he didn't do it.
I understand that.
Okay.
But I understand. I'm
You know,
not. I'm
guilty
I'm,
by
we're here.
public opinion.
I'm kind of still with you. I don't know if I would have, because this time would not have let it go.
No, well, I mean,
Right.
And they
Just
should.
like they don't want hard at the strip clubs, they'd have told them
Yeah.
to stay away from the massage polish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Or
They'd have had a cop set up a 12
he
for
would've-
race.
Him and Hard would have had a
Just sitting there in
Hard
his
would have
car.
a great time.
Dame, his agent wouldn't have got a call from
Or
him.
the Eagles just
Okay,
set up
great.
their
Right.
own massage parlor and call it the Link Massage
There you
Parlor.
go, like the White House.
Or Jimmy.
All right, look, I gotta
Oh,
get
man.
going. We gotta shut it down. We'll definitely be back next week, folks. For James Scorza, Joe Marks, Damon Salim, Dave Yarnell, Frank Finnegan, Joe Scorza. I'm Tom Kelly. We got one thing to say.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.